And we are live. Welcome back to Pistons Jack Fan Reacts. We're going to chat through a pretty disappointing game in Dallas. I've got Tom joining us first, then my man D's going to join us. We're probably going to go, I do have to head out today, so we've probably got about 30 to 40 minutes here. So I'll probably have room for one other guest if anyone else would like to come up and talk about the game tonight or the Pistons just in general. But my very brief summary before I bring up Tom, I feel like the Pistons really lost that game themselves. A lot of unforced turnovers, just some sloppy decision making, which I'm not used to. Like even in transition, just not converting the way they usually do. The free throws discrepancy was pretty frustrating. I think the rest tonight pretty frustrating, especially for the first three quarters. But I still feel like the Pistons kind of just weren't, I don't know if they weren't ready or they just didn't take the Mavs as seriously as they need to, because that's definitely a team, whether it's home or a road, you have to beat. They've got I think they've got at least 6 rotation players out, like half their roster's injured. Like that's a team that you have to beat, even without Jaden Ivey and Tim Hardaway Jr., who sprained his ankle in the first or second quarter. Very, very disappointing loss. They had the chance to get their first road sweep of the season, but they lose the easiest game of all three. So disappointing night. We'll talk through it, and I'm sure after this stream we'll all be feeling a lot better. But I'm going to bring up Tom now. Tom, good to see you again.
Hi, long time.
Oh
Oh,
man, no, look, good to see you. I wish it was after a win, but yeah, man, pretty. Look, I just shared my thoughts. What are your initial reactions to that game?
yeah, basically, same thoughts. I agree with you that a lot of the mistakes were self-inflicted. There were so many positions that they could have had back. We missed a lot of clutch free throws. Like Cade missed a technical free throw and one of the two. Dennis also missed one. That if they
Yeah,
made those free throws, I think it would have been made a huge difference. And yeah, it was kind of frustrating. And I know um, that people are saying this, but I don't think there's too much need to overreact too much. But
yeah,
it's disappointing nonetheless. It really reminded me of the Wizards game or the Jazz game. Like,
yeah.
I did say this before in our subscribers stream that we need to be. The Pistons have a tendency to kind of play down to their competition, and sometimes against really bad teams they get complacent, and I think that's exactly what happened tonight. Tonight. Yeah, tonight.
No, I agree, Tom. I agree. The missed free throws, just lots of things that it just didn't feel like they were 100% locked in. Like even this was all efforts. I'm not criticizing him too much, but even Ron just fumbling it twice in transition. Like it just
Yes.
felt like every time they made a good play to maybe get it back to within a like one possession game or tie it up, like they would turn it over. Like even Asar, not mad at
Yes.
this goal, but got that awesome steal on Clay and then just happens to step out. That's not his fault, really. I'm not getting on him for that, but that was just kind of the way the night went. It felt like we're always within 2 or 3 buckets, but just could never get it back to even. And just a really frustrating game. But I'm not overreacting. I think you're very right to call that out. I think it's just really frustrating because it would have been win number 40. I think of the
Yeah,
three
I was.
games on the road, this was probably, you just have to win it. Like if they want to get the fourth or fifth seed, you have to win these. If you want home court, you have to
Exactly.
win these games. So this just makes it even harder now to get to those seeds. But we're still in the sixth seed. We're still there, and we have like a 5 game advantage. So it's all good. And I think you're right as well. This game reminded me as well a lot of that Wizards game. You just kept waiting. Like I remember saying in the group chat, like in that Wizards game, okay, coming out of halftime, JB will fire them up and they'll make a run here. And in that Wizards game, the Wizards came out, immediately got up by double digits for the 7-0 run. And I'm pretty sure the Mavs, they went on like a 9-4 run and were up double digits. Like it was very similar. the Pistons were the more talented team, but just like you said, seemed a bit complacent or not 100% focused. And I was just watching Stu's post game presser, like he just said the defense wasn't there tonight. I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie, what did he have? Like 34 points. Like, man, just really frustrating night. But yeah, and I like what Devin says here. Hope Tim Hardaway's okay because I feel
Yeah.
like they missed his shot making. Even when he's off, he's a guy who can give you a couple of threes. So they
Yeah.
missed him. So hopefully he's okay.
Like it was really good for the Mavs organization to give him a tribute video, and it was
Yeah,
cool to see that when he got injured, like the whole Mavs bench like came out to check on him. Like you could tell that Tim is a really good veteran that's liked by his former teammates, and that was good. That was good to see, and I hope he's okay. Right.
same. I'm not. Sometimes it's hard to tell with those ankle sprains, like what grade it is or how severe. But I feel like I think a couple of
So,
weeks, 10 days or
exactly.
something.
Like around
Yeah,
2 weeks.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it'll
I've
be
seen a lot of
interesting. I
ankle
mean,
sprains.
who do you think takes his
Uh,
minutes? Obviously, Beasley will get a fair few, but what's your kind of
Yeah,
prediction
I
there?
did. I did tweet it, but I think Beasley is going to be raised, called up to the starting unit, and um, I believe it's. I thought it's going to be either Sasser or maybe he'd give Lindy Waters a chance because it's a position. But what what JB did was he just shortened the rotation. I think in the second half he didn't bring in it Sasser or was that or Waters. It was an interesting choice. But speaking of JB, I'm sure a lot of Pistons fans will agree, but I don't quite understand why he refuses to play SR. Like I understand.
Yeah,
I understand his offense sometimes, like I saw in the first half, like they were just treating him like Lakers Westbrook or something. They weren't guarding him at all in the perimeter. But I think you do need a SAR in those clutch moments. And it's been a few games that we criticized him regarding this decision, but I I don't know. It's frustrating a bit. It's
well, I was going to bring this up next because a lot of people in the chat are talking about Asar's playing time. And I think what you're saying is right. I think the way they were guarding Ron and Asar tonight, and I've seen JB do this before, like when teams aren't guarding them at all and the Pistons are trying to make a comeback, I feel like he leans to having spacing and shooting for Cade. But you're right. Like I feel like tonight you're getting cooked defensively the whole night long. Like
every
they
single
just,
possession they went at
yeah,
Malik.
it
Every
just,
single one.
yeah. And like it was, so while I understand the Mavs. Like the Mavs, I think you might have pointed it out, were really just packing the paint. Felt like and trying to
Yeah,
make
they
it
were.
tough for Cade when they had like Ron or Asar out there. So I think in JB's mind, he's just thinking about the offense and trying to get buckets to get back in this game and get a lead. But they just kept leaking too many points. And Asar tonight plays 15 minutes. I think
Oh,
he's just even with his shooting concerns, like
team.
and the spacing stuff. I feel like you just have to like when you're giving up this many points, maybe put Asar out there, and it felt like they just needed a jolt of energy the whole night long. And Ron gave them that. Was it in the first or second when he had like 10 points in a row or
First
something?
half, first half.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
first
get why
half.
people are yeah, get why people are frustrated. Like I think that's what JB's thinking is. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I 100% agree with it, but I kind of see where he's coming from. But it's 15 minutes isn't enough.
I mean, if the Pistons did manage, if like Malik made one more three, or if the results were different, we wouldn't be talking too much about it. But it's always in hindsight. But it's been a few
Yeah.
games, and he need he needs and he when he went to the podium, he before like after the post during the post game interview, he opened it up with our defense was not at the level that we are capable of. But and some of that is on your decision. Like, I love JB. He's my coach of the year. He's just awesome. But sometimes, like, yeah, that sometimes, yeah, I don't know. That's part on. It's kind of his decision to not play the best defenders. So I don't know. I'm really
Yeah.
torn. It hurts. This loss
Yeah,
really.
I know. I feel you. This it's really frustrating. This one almost feels worse than the Wizards because it's like you just had this type of loss to the Wizards. So it's like you want them
Yeah,
to
learning
learn from that
experience,
and
right?
not let this happen. Yeah. So because it's happening again, it's like
Yeah.
it's even more frustrating.
But we were just
Um
getting the national media push. We just got a game assigned to us against Oklahoma City Thunder. So like, so I was like saying, oh my God, like if we lose this game, the
yeah.
NBA might take away our national televised game against OKC.
No, that look, it was yeah, it's very frustrating. Like yeah, that one really stings. But was
This loss
there
is kind of on you.
any
You have to be there.
Oh no. You know what's fun? I did when on our way home I did fly via Dallas's airport, so I have been to Dallas. I didn't leave the airport, but I've been through there very briefly. But what other key points have you got from tonight's game? Cade had
Okay.
35, but I think he was good. It wasn't like the most amazing 35-point game, but I think he was pretty good.
Yeah. Interesting point was this was the game that I think from my memory, I think I never saw Cade post up this many times in a game. Like he's been posting up like a few possessions per game, but this game he practically went to it every single time they like because they were guarding him in a way that he could take advantage of the post up and make a one-on-one in the painted area. So he really did take advantage of that. But again, it's he didn't really get many calls. Again, this game I saw the photo you had on the steal they had on Cade.
Yeah.
That was frustrating.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of drives, especially the first half, where fouls could have been called, but it weren't. They weren't. So it was frustrating, and yeah, that I think. And but Ron making that three was really felt really good. Like it was a not a
Yeah.
three, it was a long two, but it still felt really good. He needs to take more of those and needs to make more of them.
Yeah.
Like as Greg
And he
always
made
says, yeah, he has
and he
too
ma-
good of a
yeah.
form. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. And he made one in the first quarter as well when he was on that
All
little
right. Oh
run.
yeah.
So yeah, I think he remember he pointed to his dad, I think, after making it. Ron,
I
Ron
love
Holland
him.
Sr.
I love him.
Yeah,
He gave
shout
me a
out to
birthday shout out.
yeah, he's a
Love
legend.
him.
No, he's very active on Twitter. It's good. But uh look, Tom, before I get D up here, anything else you want to chat about? Disappointing loss,
Mhm.
but maybe you've got some
Right.
positivity to bring to the stream.
JD, he became the second youngest player ever to 2,000 rebounds. How cool is that? That's amazing. Like that's such a huge achievement. I'm so happy for him. And um again, I think we're gonna get better with this loss. Like even the coaching, even the players, they're gonna learn from their mistakes. They had very careless mistakes. So I kind of feel bad for the Pelicans because usually when the Pistons have a bad loss like this, the last
Yeah.
time they had the bad loss like this, I think they beat the Pelicans, right? They
Yes, they
oh,
did by
they beat the
46.
Pelicans by 46,
Yeah.
48. So good
Yeah.
luck. I mean, you're gonna get that version of the business again. So good luck to good luck to them, and I hope like people do not talk too negatively of the game, like of the Pistons.
Yeah.
Every good team has a bad stretch. Like I believe before the stream, the Cleveland Cavaliers they were down by like double digits. They're on a two-game losing streak right now. If they lose tonight, it's gonna be 3 games in a row. So every good team has a bad stretch. So we no need to overreact too much. I'm sure the Pistons will get even better through this loss. And yeah,
I
that's
agree. I think that's a great way to wrap it up there, Tom. I think they will have a huge game against the Pelicans. It's an early start. I don't know. It's 6 a.m. on Monday
4
morning for
a.m.
me
here.
here. I'm guessing that will you be up for that game?
Of course.
Yeah. As long so you pretty much watch any game that's not during work hours, you'll be getting up.
Yeah, yeah. I try. Yeah, I try
Yeah.
my best.
I love it. Well, hopefully we can maybe get you on the stream. What time do you start work around 9 a.m.?
No, my work actually starts at 10, so I usually can watch the first
Oh,
half. Because
oh,
because of the
awesome.
summertime, the game usually started at 9 before, but now it starts at
Yeah.
8. So
Gotcha.
it's even, yeah.
Beautiful. We might chat to you after a big win against the Pelicans, my friend. But thank you for jumping on, mate. Appreciate you. And
Jack, you're the
always a
best.
pleasure. You're the best, Tom. We'll chat soon, man. Thank you.
Bye, Jack. Bye, everyone.
See you, man. All right. Just quickly before I bring D up, I just want to shout out my man Mark with a donation. Appreciate you, Mark. Thank you so much. Tonight was a game that we could have used mismatches and played into the Mavs' hands. JD was the key to me. But like I agree, JD first half was pretty good. I feel like they probably didn't go to him enough or run the K pick and roll with him enough. But yeah, thank you, Mark. And hopefully we have you on stream soon, mate. I know you're it's a weekend there, obviously in WA, so hopefully get you up here soon for a chat. But thank you, mate. We're going to bring up a first-time guest here, another Australian. We've got D. What's going on?
Hey, what up, dog? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I missed the game. My son was coaching, and I was under a rec center where I was getting no reception, and that was hard. Not, I don't know, maybe it was a blessing. Because everyone keeps saying it was almost worse than the Wizards game, but I'm not dismayed. I
Yeah,
I just keep thinking back to last season where we had
yeah,
the longest losing streak in history. You feel me? Like we've
yeah,
done some amazing things this season and gained back some respect, and put some respect back on the city of Detroit. I'm used to being an underdog,
yeah,
Detroit teams being underdogs. And Detroit has gully teams, we will claw our way up. I've been there when our team was on top, and I've still been there when we were right down the bottom. And
well,
we're a brand new team. We're a young team, and we got time. We're doing great things. So it's disheartening that the games where you think we got it in the bag, the team become complacent sometimes. At least it feel that way. But then, when we playing much stronger teams, we can do amazing things and surprise ourselves. So it's it's gonna be okay. I feel like it's gonna
for
be
sure.
okay. I'm still positive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got two questions for you. First one, did your son win? Did you say he was coaching?
He was coaching. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did win. Yeah,
I got a dub.
yeah,
Love to hear that. And
yeah.
secondly, just I get first time guests on the show. Tell us kind of your Pistons like origin story. How'd you become a fan? What's kind of your connection to
Born
the team?
in born in the city. And
You're born in Detroit,
um, yeah, I'm from Detroit. Yeah.
but you're in
So
Perth now. Is that
yeah,
correct?
I moved over to Australia
Oh,
some years back.
got you.
So yeah, I'm from
Yeah,
Detroit, and I got
yeah,
married over here, and now I got kids here. So we try to
yeah,
get back every year.
yeah,
In fact, we were just back. We caught a bunch of games while we were there. And
yeah,
actually, I think I said that to you in the chat as well. I was
yeah,
not familiar with your content. I actually
yeah,
came across it on accident. I didn't think
yeah.
the Pistons had any fans in Australia. Um, and I was just so used to people clowning on my team. And then I
Yeah,
stumbled on accident upon your content. I was like, oh man, this is
yeah,
dope. It's
yeah,
actually dope. I actually do remember you I saw something in social media where you were
yeah,
gifted that jersey, but I didn't realize you were a content creator. So I just
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you were some lucky motherfucking fan that just got that jersey. Uh, I guess you are. You still are some lucky motherfucking fan that just got that jersey. But yeah, man, I really appreciated the way that you showed our city as well, because Detroit get a bad rap unnecessarily a lot of the time. And there's some beautiful
Yeah,
parts of the city, beautiful people in the city. And I feel like you did a good job of highlighting that. I appreciated that.
of course, man. No, I like that's what like the thing I keep telling everybody about our time. Like, what when we were there, like I honestly didn't get to explore the city as much as I wanted to because we are just busy with
Right.
like at the games, at other things. But the people, man, were so genuine. I love the people of Detroit. Like, even when me and my girlfriend were in the Uber, like the Uber drivers were like so funny, good sense of humor, but also just so genuine. So I got nothing but really, really good things to say about Detroit. I can't wait to get back whenever that is. But couple more questions for you. So I got a few people in the chat asking about where are you from in Detroit? Like, you from downtown, like suburbs? Like, where'd you grow up?
So I grew up just off of a street called Dexter, which is probably not the best part of Detroit, but I had, my childhood was nice growing up there. So yeah, like not too far from downtown.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
And how, you did say in the chat, but how long you been in Australia for?
I moved over here in 07.
Got you. You've been here for nearly,
Yeah, so I've been
nearly
here
20
for a
years.
while now. Yep.
Nice, man.
20.
Man, plenty of love for you in the chat. Just letting you know this. No, everyone's
I
loving the chat.
appreciate y'all.
So yeah,
I couldn't make the stream yesterday because of the time difference and having to again it was this morning, wasn't it? Sorry,
it was
this morning.
morning.
I couldn't get to it because I had to get my son to his game first, and then he was reffing after. Coaching after. But I just wanted to jump in and speak in general because obviously I missed the game. But I appreciate everybody keeping me up on what was going on as well. That was dope because I couldn't see anything. And it was killing me.
We got you. So you like locked in watching every single game. Like how many games did you watch last year? That season.
So this year I took my son back for hang on, sorry, where am I? It was last year. I took my son home for Thanksgiving. So we caught 4 games, I think, while we were there.
Yeah.
4 games over there. Yeah. So it's it's nice. It's nice being home. It's nice seeing Detroit sports coming back. It's nice seeing the Lions perform the way that they performed as well. I'm expecting bigger things from them next season. And obviously, to me, I'm so happy with this season with the Pistons. When we lose, I don't be getting in my feelings that much. I stay there for a moment, but then I just let it go because I keep thinking back to last season where I was being clowned on left, right, and center because people just thought that my team was a joke. And now we're coming back. I knew that they would. I didn't think that we'd do quite so well this season. So I'm happy as a pick and shit. Honestly, I just think that we're doing really, really well, and it's all just growth. We're such a young team. We got some amazing young players that are on their way up. So, yeah.
No, it's so exciting, man. Like, I must admit, after last season, like, I've been a fan for 12 years, and I think after I was so excited for last season, I thought they were going to have this type of season last year. So I will be honest, at the end of the year, I was pretty like down. So I try to be positive, but to see the turnaround they've had this season, like it's crazy. It's actually like absolutely crazy. And like I love your perspective of like tonight's a bit of a frustrating loss. I feel like we're a much better team than Dallas right now, but at the end of the day, we're still going to be in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And
the last win, the Celtics win was great. I had a couple of people come up to me and say, like y'all's last 2 wins to the Celtics was just lucky wins. Like, and then bam, again, with, Motorcade coming in at the end there with that 3. I just feel like people have had to step back and not just pay attention, but shut the fuck up a little bit.
Sure. No, like, well, it's funny, they've shut up and now they're like getting on the bandwagon.
Right. And you know what? People were doing that with the Lions as well. All of a sudden everybody was a Lions fan acting like anyway. another story. So I'm
No,
expecting that. I'm expecting the same with the Pistons as well. I'm hearing,
yeah,
you know, Cade's name mentioned more and more and more. Um, and you know, Anasar and you know, like a few of the players, you hearing them
yeah,
mentioned a lot more. People are paying attention because we're making them pay attention. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's part of the growth.
No, for sure. It's been a crazy season. These like all these young guys have like taken big steps forward. Obviously, Cade's the main guy, but aside, like even JD recently, well, for a few months now, he's been awesome. Um, yeah, I feel like I got to ask. I have a player on my mind, but I'm curious to know who's your favorite player currently on the Pistons. You have to pick one.
Uh, yeah, Cade.
Okay.
Cade's my favorite. Yeah,
So
Cade's my favorite player for sure.
yeah,
I just
and
yeah,
then
for me personally. And then
yeah, and then
probably Asar.
man, I thought beef stew might be right up there, but
Oh, man, I love beef stew just because
yeah,
he keeps that Pistons energy that we're kind of known for. But
yeah,
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 like for players that I feel like are about to do some big things. And I feel
yeah.
like they're all about to do some big things, honestly. But they're all improving all the time. But I feel like there's a couple of the younger guys on the team that are really the future.
No, for sure. No, they're all got future. I just thought you might have said Stew one, but no, Cade, man, Stew's my favorite, but Cade's right there. They're all just so super fun. Anything else you want to talk about, man? I'm enjoying letting you just take the mic, rattling off your thoughts.
Um, oh, anything else I want to talk about? Probably the fans as well. I feel like Detroit fans can do a bit better when they're supporting their team back home. You don't really have much to go off. I know you caught some games while you were there, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
I think the city in general became a bit disheartened. Um, you know, like the casual fans um, had stopped tuning in, and they're starting to tune in again, which is I guess positive. But they could be doing a lot better. And I feel like the city just needs to step up a little bit as well.
yeah,
Um, but they will because there's one thing I know about people from Detroit. You know, like we'll support our own.
yeah.
So,
No, for sure. I must.
you know, the people that stopped tuning into basketball, like the more casual fans, I feel like as they start to realize that, you know, we back on the way up. Um, yeah, things are gonna get a bit better. But players absolutely feed off of their fan base, y'all. Like
Yeah,
they absolutely feed off of that atmosphere, and that's an important aspect to it. So
no,
we can
absolutely.
do a bit better back home on that front. um, and
I feel
supporting them
like
in
that.
other cities as well.
No, for sure. They were the crowd when I was there. I was there at the when they had that big win streak. I was there for the
Yeah,
seventh and eighth wins, and like it was pretty loud in there. But I feel like yeah, keep building, keep packing out that LCA because
yeah,
they do feed off it. It's impossible not to feed off it and say that
right.
it's not a factor. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that gets them riled up. Have to ask as well, is your son a huge Pistons fan? Have you
No,
like
he's a
got him
Grizzlies
into it?
fan. He's a Grizzlies
Oh
fan, little
man.
asshole. he's
Is
he's
that
yeah,
because of Jar?
uh yeah, Jaw, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he'll hop off and you know move back over to the Pistons when he realizes that you know that we're doing something at the moment. And he like you know he clowns around at home a lot. He
Yeah.
gives me a lot of shit, but he had said a couple of times in the car when it's just been me and him and none of his friends
Yeah.
are around. He's like, you know, I like credit where credit's due. Y'all have done some great things this season, so he'll admit
Yeah.
it. Probably not in front of his friends at the moment, but I'm looking forward to the moment where he's kind of made to publicly declare what amazing things we're doing.
We
Yeah,
might have to get him on the stream to declare he's a Pistons fan after a
right.
playoff win. Maybe we
On
can
God.
convert him that way.
Right.
um, Man, D, anything else you'd like to chat about, man? I've got some comments to go through in the chat before we close it out. But is there any other topics you want to bring up? I can't wait to get you back up here for any other streams. But any other
Um,
topics you want to cover?
no, I think I'm good. Other than like that jersey that they gave you, that's a one of one, right?
The Australian one with the Aussie
Yeah,
flag or the
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it is.
That
So,
I gotta
yeah,
admit, bro, that hurt my heart a little bit when I saw that go to you
I know.
and not me. I'm
I
yeah,
know.
I'm jealous for real.
I appreciate the honesty. I know I'm very, very lucky to get that, man. That was crazy with the Australian flag on the no. And Tom, who was just on the one for South Korea. So no, I'm very,
Yeah,
very grateful. And but what you say to me originally about thinking you're the only Pistons fan in Australia. Do you know how many Aussies have DM'd me that? Like, that's been one of my favorite things, man. It's just like people in Australia who've just messaged me.
right.
I thought I was literally the only Australian Pistons fan. And
Yeah,
like, the reason I love the Pistons, obviously, and I do this full time. So I love just covering them and that. But like, honestly, the other thing is just like meeting so many Pistons fans from Australia and around the world, dude. So I hope
yeah.
through
I
this,
love to see it.
you,
I love
you
to
can
see it
find some,
honestly because yeah, Detroit's one of those cities like where it's not the kind of city you go to for a vacation. Just because the
yeah,
reality is, it's got that reputation, and I don't feel like a lot of it is deserved. But
yeah,
also, it's not a lot of areas are not the nicest, and that's because of a lot of things. That's because the government, don't care about black folks so much, and they don't keep shit up. And um, but there's a lot of great aspects to the city as well. It's still not the kind of city though where you go just for a vacation. Maybe if you're going to see a game or something, but you don't
yeah,
go to Detroit just to go to Detroit, really. If it's not sport or music, then people tend to stay away, and I understand why. But it's the same with our sports teams, especially when we've come from having a really lousy season and we've not been doing great for a while. Um, you just don't really expect people to be Pistons fans. Maybe, like the heyday and seeing throwbacks and stuff, but like current present day fans, yeah, I was not expecting that.
yeah.
It warms my heart.
No,
Yeah, that's nice.
no, I appreciate you, D. Like, man, so much love for you in the chat. Can't wait to get you back up here whenever you've got time. Um,
For sure.
yeah, appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Be easy.
You enjoy the rest of your day. It looks like you got some good weather in Perth, so enjoy that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll chat
All
very
right, man.
soon, but thanks for coming
We'll
up.
do. For sure.
Appreciate
One.
you. What a legend, D. Man, we've had so many good guests. I think, yeah, YouTube user Jack, you draw the best guest ever. I love this stream. Nah, man, the guests are incredible. Like, love chatting with every single one. Like, it's crazy. I can't believe how many fans there are in Australia. But like on the stream this morning, we got Tom in South Korea, Switzerland. We've got people from everywhere. It's honestly, it's really special. But I'm going to go through some comments now before we close out the stream. I appreciate everyone in the chat being so active, especially after a tough loss like that, a later game for people over in the US. So, what do we got in here? Sorry, there's some funny stuff in here. Sean, hope you're well, man. We lost to Brandon Williams. Who the hell? I can't say that, but who the hell is Brandon Williams? Yeah, I don't know who he is either. Yeah, bit disappointing, but appreciate your support, Sean. Beastly Arrow, K performed late in the game when we needed him. Great to see that. I agree. Would like to see him knock down those free throws, but no, he was still big time. 35 points. He'll be disappointed with the loss, but that's his first time playing in Dallas in front of his family. I think he's pretty sure he's from the city of Dallas as well. So you saw all his family there. So that was cool for him. and another really good game for K. Sean, we have to hit that like button even after a disgusting loss. Appreciate you, Sean. CJ, I want PJ on the Pistons. He'd fit great. He would fit pretty well at the 4. I'm not sure of his contract, and if that's a player the Pistons could get. But yeah, when he's not dribbling too much, I think he had 3 turnovers in a row, trying to take people off the bounce. But no, he would be kind of that ideal 4-man for this team. I'm not sure the Pistons make a deal there though, but it's a good suggestion. CJ, what else have we got here? Got Pistons Turkey in here. Hope you're well, Camille. Asking Tom to pronounce your name. What else we got in here? MB, Jack, you're my favorite Pistons content creator last year. I enjoyed your takes last year. Happy you had a good time in Detroit. Pistons are in for greatness. Strap in. It's going to bring a lot of joy to the fans. I believe a championship is coming faster than people can comprehend. Love it, MB. Thank you for the support, man. That means a lot to me. Feel free to come up on the stream if you ever like to, man. I'd love to have you on, a part of the content. But yeah, I think this team, whilst I'm not sure when they win the title is, like you could tell me it's in like 2 years, you could tell me it's in 5 years, but this is the first team I've had as a fan in my 12 years where I actually feel like they have the pieces and the people in charge to really push for a championship. So I don't know. I like your suggestion. It could be sooner than we think. There's definitely a scenario where that happens, or it could be in 3 or 4 years. But either way, like the fact we have a winning team that feels like it's just going to keep getting better and better is a very positive thing. So thank you to you, MB. Mark said, D, we're going to go for a beer, mate. So D, if you're still watching, Mark is also in WA, massive Pistons fan. So he's also in the group chat. So if you guys link up for a beer, you have to send me a photo. That would be legendary. But like I said, plenty of love for D and Tom in the chat. YouTube user D has that Detroit vibe for sure. Crystal. Oh, this is the real stream, lol. Shout out to you, Crystal. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Seriously. I got to subscribe now. I didn't know you were on YouTube. Yeah, we've been on here for a little bit. Sometimes people miss it. Sometimes they don't. But thank you, Crystal. Hope you're having a good night. Shout out to Devin. Best stream on YouTube. Appreciate you, man. Derek Brown. Hope you're good, Derek. What have we got? No idea why I only played 15 minutes tonight. Yeah, that's not enough minutes. I think in the fourth quarter, I think while the Pistons were trying to mount a comeback, I think they were trying to go more offense. And the way the Mavs were playing Ron and Asar was they were essentially just leaving him wide open, giving him the Ben Simmons treatment. So I think JB was trying to lean more offense, but at the same time, like the Pistons, Spencer Dinwiddie, PJ Tucker, PJ Washington, sorry, they kind of got killed on the other end. Like even who did Sean mention before? That other guard kept getting into the paint and getting free throws. But yeah, I think they really could have used the size defense a bit earlier to try and get some stops. And honestly, the amount of long rebounds that the Mavs got off missed threes, like I feel like they're boards that Asar can normally get on the perimeter. So yeah, I'm not sure why he played 15. That's my reason I think why, but yeah, I think they needed him a bit earlier in that fourth. But we will see how JB plays it next game. MB, once again, I thought last season would be close to this season's growing pains. Last year has molded the young to achieve what has happened this year. Worst part is if Ivy didn't get injured, we'd be so much better. Yeah, this team will be better with JI. They've still been very good without him. Can't wait to see when he's back. I'm not sure if it's for the playoffs, but yeah, I think no matter what, this season's been a huge success. And like what I was just chatting about with D, like D felt like he could see this coming this season. I probably couldn't, but I'm so happy it is happening because it feels like they've learned so much from last season, got a new coach, new front office, some shooting, and yeah, all the young players are taking a step forward. So thank you, MB, for the comment. Appreciate it. Eric Manuel, do you think Schroeder is taking away from Malik Beasley? Not really. He's probably taking a few shots away from him, but I think the way the offense is flowing with Schroeder out there as a backup point guard for the most part, it's a lot better. I think Schroeder's defense as well has helped this team at times. And I think him just getting to the rim, like he had a couple of really nice drives tonight, made key kind of buckets, made a huge three at the end. When like obviously it didn't end up in a win, but he made that three to get it back to a 3-point game. So I don't look. He's probably taking some shots from Bees, but I also don't think that's the worst thing, because you need more than just Bees. Like you can't rely on Bees to be your like primary secondary scorer without Ivy. So I think it's good to have more ball handling, more playmaking out there with Schroeder. But thank you for the question. YouTube user, I think the Pistons didn't move the ball well tonight. That's why Asar was looking bad on offense. Yeah, I think the Mavs, the way they played defense, they were just packing the paint. Feel like they really tried to take away the KJD pick and roll, just by packing the paint, not defending Ron, not defending Asar, always kind of having that man in and around the paint to just make things difficult. And it worked because it resulted in the Pistons holding onto the ball, constantly just being a little bit sloppy and not fully locked in. So I think a lot of that was on our guys, just probably not being ready for tonight's game or fully prepared like they should have. But the Mavs also do play really well. So appreciate you, YouTube user. Sean, Brandon Williams was the guy I was looking for. But guys, I think that's going to do it for today. I've got to wrap this one up a little bit earlier just because I'm heading out. It's Saturday afternoon here. I have a family thing to go to tonight, about 2 hours away. So we're going to get in the car, head down out to country Victoria, which I'm looking forward to. But appreciate you all jumping on the stream. Thank you so much to Tom and Dee for jumping on. Appreciate them. Great conversation as always. We'll be back for the Pelicans game on Sunday or Monday for my friends in Australia. So yeah, hopefully another big win against the Pelicans. Appreciate everyone in the chat, Crystal, YouTube user, Sean, MB, all of you guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back after the Pelicans game. But until then, as always, go Pistons.